All right, good morning, Kipsters. First and foremost, happy Friday. Today is March 27th, 2020. We made it through our first week of e learning. I want you to ask yourself, do you feel like you accomplished as much as you wanted to this week? If you answer yes, I want you to keep pushing and shoot for the stars. If you answer no, I want you to take this weekend to think about what you can do differently for next week. I want you to think about, literally think, what can I change and what can be my goal for next week? All right, let's finish this week out strong. So, before we get into our lesson today, let's go over our vocabulary for the week. So, Monday's word was relinquish, Tuesday was tentative, Wednesday was dawdle, Thursday was bewilder, and today our word of the day is rudimentary. So, remember, your job is to find the definition of the word, create your own meaning create your own meaning for the word, and then I want you to create your own sentence. I know you can do it. I'm looking for my top 5 scholars who have the best sentence because my top 5 will get a surprise. My top 5 will get a surprise. Okay, scholars. So today our objective is analyzing interaction in a text. So the what? Students will learn that paying attention to relationships between the different factors presented in the text can help them figure out complex interactions. Our why? We will review that visualizing interactions between factors can help students make connections. And our how is identifying relationships between individuals, events, and ideas in an informational text. We will also analyze how interactions between individuals, events, and ideas influence other events and ideas. Let's go ahead and start with our story. So, why does an individual invent something new? Is it a response to a question, a dream, or a need? Most often, different factors work and contribute to influence or affect the inventor. So let's go ahead and look at this pictures. So the picture says, "I wish I had somewhere comfy to sit." The idea go off in her head. Boom. So the idea was, I need somewhere comfy to sit, aka need for a comfy place to sit. Okay. Influence. So she was influenced by what he said. So the individual that was influenced was not Og, the inventor. Okay. How? So here's the idea. Here's the person who was influenced. What do she do? So she's inspired. She invents the chair, right? Yes. So if we look at this cartoon, yeah, we'll notice that the single idea influenced Earth, right? Which led to her response. In contrast, she invented the chair, right? So consider an invention as complicated as an airplane. Many individuals, events, and ideas influenced the Wright brothers, thinking and responding over the years. Ultimately, their invention was a result of a series of interactions or a direct effect the factor had on one another, right? So if you think about it just as like the inventor of TikTok. The inventor of TikTok, maybe he or she thought like it would be cool to have an app where people can go to not only do dances but have the music played behind them. Because if you think about it, before TikTok, in my day, it was more so you did the dance, you put the music behind it, you mixed it together. Hopefully, it came out correctly, right? So we have people who invent things based on interactions that they had with other people. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's do this first model together. So, all right. So our story is called Flying Horses by Thea Hernandez. Do horses fly? Intelligent, well-educated people were still asking this question at the end of the 19th century. Although the age of believing in winged horses had long since passed, people still wondered if a horse ever lifted all four hooves off the ground at the same time. If someone could prove that the horse hooves left the ground, then the answer would indicate that yes, in a sense, horses do fly. Edward Muybridge, photographing the inventor, put an end to years of speculation. Through the use of a new technology, photography, he laid the question to rest at last. Okay. In 1872, Muybridge was working as a photographer in San Francisco when Leland Stanford, former California governor, hired Muybridge to photograph his racehorse. Stanford wanted to know if all four hooves of a trotting horse actually leave the ground. Even for an instant, Muybridge rapidly hatched a plan. Unfortunately, his early efforts was unsuccessful. So now let's ask ourselves, what people, event, and idea led to Muybridge's plan to photograph a horse? So if we look down at the chart, which help us organize the ideas, the person, and what actually happened, we see that we don't have the idea. We have to come up with that. So something influenced Edward Muybridge to what? Caused Muybridge to photograph Stanford's horse. What caused him to do that? So we have the person and we have the how. Now we need the idea. So if we go back and think about this idea. Hmm. So I look back up. Edward Muybridge, okay, he was a photographer and inventor, put an end to years of speculation. What did he put an end to? What was the speculation that was going on? Hmm. You go back up. If someone could prove that horses' hooves left the ground, then the answer will indicate that yes. Indicate that yes. So is that the speculation? In a sense, horses do fly. Okay, so it would say, yeah, that horses do fly. So what is it saying is, this is the speculation that he's asking, right? That he's going to put an end to. So the idea would be, can horses fly? The individual who was starting the invention was Edward Muybridge, which then the how for what he invented caused him to photograph Stanford's horse, right? So that didn't seem like it was too much, right? It seemed fairly simple. So what I want you to do is to answer this question and the reading question dated for today. It's in the same um, date with the rest of the material. Okay, so you need to answer this question and answer this question as well, and this one. All right, so let's continue. After several attempts, Muybridge finally succeeded in getting the proof Stanford needed. Muybridge set up a series of cameras in a line down the side of the horse track. As the horse passed by, its hub snapped, wires stitched across the track, which activated the camera shutters. A series of high-speed photographs resulted. The results amazed the public. The photographs showed clearly that the trotting horse had all four hooves off the ground at the same time. The picture was a sensation, and Muybridge became an international figure. His successful camera techniques led him to photograph other animals moving too fast for people to see. Cool. So you're going to go ahead and answer this question. Which sentence from the text best explains why the evidence provided by Muybridge changed the public's thinking about horses? So in your reading question slash response for 327, you need to answer this question along with this one, and also, sorry, this one, okay? And then also in that same folder, you have guided practice, which is based off this story. So remember, look in your materials folder dated for today, where you will find this lesson, aka packet. So this is your guided practice. You're going to read it, and then you're going to answer these 3 questions, okay? And then in that same folder, dated for today, with the title Analyzing Interaction in the Text, 327, you have Common Core Practice, which is named CC Practice. You're going to read this story, and then you're going to answer these questions. All right, it's 4 questions. If you are done with that, I want you to go ahead this weekend, go ahead and finish up We Beat the Streets so that you could go ahead and take an AR quiz on it. I want you guys to have a great weekend. If you have any questions, any concerns, go ahead and call me. Other than that, be good, be safe, love you. Bye.